You know, like comedians are always like, they've got their way to hold the microphone, but podcasters don't ever get fucking freaky with it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Welcome to Security Halt Media News. Oh, man, we've had a great week. Let's wrap it up, shall we, Liam? How are you today? Before we start, though, how are you?
I'm good, brother. Just got back from a little tour around the southwest part of this great country. Hit Colorado. Went and saw my buddy on the farm. Ooh. Hit Dallas. Saw some donors for my event coming up in August. And nice. Then we circled back, did some promoting in Austin. Saw some buddies, did some running around. Saw Joe Rogan Till on stage. And also got to meet Alex Jones, the one and only.
Man, I am so fucking jealous. Not Joe Rogan, but Alex Jones. Big time fan. God. Just his reporting, everything he does. It's just,
he's a G. Really great dude when you meet him too. Just worked out with him. Connected through a buddy, Sean Johnson, his trainer, who's also running a great podcast now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
give him a shameless plug at the end. You know, we've had quite an eventful week, though. We bombed Iran, not Iraq. We've done that before. We tried something new. Iran. Oddly enough.
Ooh, how's it feel?
Dude, I couldn't help but notice that it looked oddly familiar to a movie that we recently watched. Roll that clip.
Tom, is that you?
Is that Tom? You, a rooster?
Oh, yeah, fuck. His name's Rooster now. It's not Goose. I'm not calling anyone Rooster.
Could you imagine that? Like, you're going through Flight Academy, and they find out your dad died. His call sign was Goose, and they're just like, you know what? You're Rooster.
Do you want to be named like your dad? We don't want to make the decision. It's we talked about it for an hour. We don't want to do it, so we're just going to give you some options. We want to call you Rooster, but we think that might make you sad. So we're going to give you also some other options. Lizard, monkey ass. What do you want? It's Rooster, Lizard, or monkey ass. We're not going to fuck with this all day. Let's wrap this up.
You know, that's exactly how it would have happened. We didn't have all day. I'll take Rooster. That's what I thought.
Hey, Goose. Do you want geese?
You know, plural. There's two of you.
You could be the swan. It is bizarre how close to identical that actual mission profile was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, somebody was like, guys, hear me out. For shits and gigs, let's just run it back in real life. We got the aircraft.
Dude, do you think like he's like pitching the op board and he's like, okay, so we thought we couldn't do this before just because of the geolocation, anti-aircraft weaponry, but we've got some guys on the inside. The Mossad are going to take out some stuff. Listen, this is what so this is an AI simulation of what it would look like. We created this with AI imagery. This is all high tech, and they're just playing like fucking scenes from the movie.
You know, he's like, wait.
Is that Top Gun 2? No. We made that. We generated that for this brief.
Somebody with the same tools that I used to make memes pitched that to Pete Hegseth, and he's like,
yeah,
that's sexy. Can you really do that? Oh yeah, this is training footage, sir. He can really invert like that.
It was like someone had mentioned to one guy who like draws up the op boards, like, dude, I'm pretty sure Pete Hegseth has never seen Top Gun. Like, I walked by him in the hallway at the Pentagon yesterday, and I was like, yo, what's up, Rooster? And he didn't get it. And so I don't think he's seen Top Gun. And that guy's just like,
fuck yeah.
I have an idea for our pitch. It will crush.
This is going to fuck hard. Get me the guy that does the memes.
So impressed.
Get him in here.
Wait, you guys got Tom Cruise for this debrief video?
Yeah.
Yes,
we did.
He really supports bombing the fucking shit out of Iran. He's super into it.
He's so fucking in, sir. I like it.
Dude, Before we get too tangential, I do want to say I watched a clip of Tom Cruise back when like he went crazy. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
like
the
back
couch
in
days.
whatever 2010, 2008,
Yeah.
he went crazy, and he's just talking about how bad all these prescription drugs are. That's it.
You know, he doesn't always get everything right with Scientology, but he got some things right.
Or he's getting them right now.
Oh man. Yeah. It was you know, I did feel for a slight second, I was like, all right, what's Iran gonna do now? Let's wait for it. Fucking nothing.
Dude,
all right.
I was literally working out in the morning with Alex Jones talking about this with another team guy. Like, okay, we've escalated. What's next? And then the next day we talked to and although the dude is like cool and clairvoyant, he was still just like, listen, there's a lot of ways to go. You know, like there's no immediate answer here, dude. This Mumdani guy,
bro,
running as a socialist in
liberal
America. And now they're doing a 1 million man call to prayer in Times Square, calling for Islam. We won't stop until there's Islam in every building in New York City. It's like, if you, bro, listen. Okay, so there's like, here's all the people of New York. I got a like, if I could hold a pinhead, I don't have a pinhead. I don't have anything small enough. Here are the people that matter at all.
Add it in post.
So the people in New York that matter at all and make the decisions at any kind of level are so small because there's so many fucking people in New York. I cannot believe that the decision makers are allowing socialism, because New York, I don't know if you guys are fucking aware, but you're run on Wall Street. Wall Street is the main vein of anything that you produce. That is your big money maker. That is why people are there. If you want to end up like California and have everyone who's cool and has 2 nuts under a wiener leave and go to Texas or somewhere else, do this. Follow this dude into hell. You absolutely will regret it. This is the very beginning of the end of New York City, just like it was the end of we're you know, what are we in the half-life of California right now?
Yeah, it's rough times in California, and it's gonna get, if this guy gets elected, which all signs point to yes, from what I'm seeing. I hate to be negative, but I don't see New York pulling their head out of their ass and going and then finding some sort of clarity in the situation. It's an emotional vote. It's an emotional vote. I mean, there's the things that guy's running on, like eradicating the NYPD. Like, get the fuck out of here, guy! Like, you're insane. You're insane. But hearts and prayer for New York. Hearts and prayers for you. I mean, dude, there's a reason why I've never been there. There's a reason why I won't.
The only reason I would ever go to New York is to see Ground Zero, or if I had business to do there and get the hell out. But if I had business to do there, I'd obviously go see Ground Zero and pay my respects.
Yeah, I got to go see the horse soldier statue, but I'm hoping maybe someday becomes part of the United States again. It feels like, honestly, it feels like you're like deploying to go there. It feels like you're having prepped for a deployment.
If you've got prior history in the military, especially on the soft side, when you go drive into a place like LA, San Francisco, or New York, you're looking around there like, I'm fucking going into the shit right now voluntarily. I'm surrounded by angry fucking weirdos. And I know that like so many people own guns in this city and I can't have one.
Yeah.
This is
I will say
worst.
this. There is one positive side to this situation. We might actually get an Escape from New York live. Kurt Russell, dust off the fucking snake leather pants and get ready. You're
dust
going
off
in
yourself. Dust off your fucking old skin and slide into those lubed up. Well, you know what? He probably doesn't even have to. They're not going to be tight anymore. But if Snake Plissken reemerges with an Uzi with a fucking like a fucking 1x on it, a huge silver 1x, I'm psyched, dude. Like, That's what we need.
Yes, that's going to be, that we can look forward to that in the next year. Escape from New York live.
Honestly,
Kurt
dude,
Russell.
if you want to book flights to dress up like Snake Plissken while they're doing that call to prayer in Times or whatever, the Times Square, and you want to like run through the crowd, like I'm in. I think that would be
in that
wild.
bad shit Kurt Russell style, just wild, like, what's going on?
Could we, through this avenue of approach, through this podcast, could we summon 200 hard body dudes to dress up like Snake Plissken's and invade New York?
Well, let's do it right now. Call the action. I need 12 hard dudes.
Yeah, if you're looking soft,
dudes.
Do not show up.
Do not report for duty. We need 30 hard dudes.
Yeah, massive.
Buff, massive dudes. Willing to wear leather pants and a duster.
It's a good point, man. 30 dudes is hard to overcome, no matter how big the crowd is. 30 hard bodies looking like Snake Plissken in very mobile clothes.
Yoked.
Yo.
Dusters will not be provided. You will have to find your own.
Bring your own dusters.
And lubricant. You'll need to be oiled. We want you glistening.
Yes, we will bring the lube, though. So show up. We're lubing together as a team to get closer. You have no idea how tight the teams are.
Just tight.
Yeah. You just don't get it. De oppresso libero. What is it? De oppresso libero? Or liber?
Close enough. Yeah.
That means lube it up for the boys. Did you not know that?
Did you not know it's ancient Roman?
Lube your brothers as they lube you. With your shield or on it.
Or on it.
With your luber on it. That will be the name of this episode.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bring this up, but we finally have footage of the Diddy files of everything they found in his room or in his mansion, this compound, if you will. And
his compound, if you will.
It was compound. It was everything you'd think of. Just cases of lubricants. But in like one of the pictures was just like a massive restaurant style bag of chips, like tortilla chips. Like
what?
Why? That's the driest thing to munch on at an orgy.
When you listen to people read off like what was happening at those the Diddy parties, it's like how and truly like I understand that so many people in reaction to this are going to say like, of course, but like truly, how are there so many weird perverts in that community?
All in one place.
Like, why are there so many weird perverts?
Yeah.
Right? Like, listen, everyone can have their kink. If you like when your wife pisses on you in bed, I do not care. Like, if you like to fuck chicks and you want them to piss on you, I don't care. But if you're going to a party and having lots of dudes piss on you while you hit a slip and slide under them, okay? What's up? You know what I mean? What's going on, dude?
Just like, a wacky weasel water fun park of piss and Astroglide.
Weird. Did you read any of that shit? Most of what was going on was piss oriented.
Yeah.
And then Diddy had insane one-liners.
Just insane. Insane, dude. Just water park.
Dude, like when you watch Get Him to the Greek now and you watch Diddy and it's just like, mind fuck him. You know, like you got to mind fuck him. It's like, dude.
It makes sense.
That's what he is.
It was always there. People. It was always there.
Yeah, it was always there.
But moving on to some more somber news. Liver King and Joe Rogan. Liver King has finally lost his fucking mind, bro. Roll this clip.
Thank you, God, for right now.
This guy's losing his fucking mind on Instagram, going off on Joe Rogan, and eventually he got put in jail. But he's back. He paid. He's on bail, but now he's got to go to the mental health evaluation. But he's back on social media again, just immediately crazy.
Yeah, he put out 15 videos in the 24-hour period that he got out. One of them, he was giving himself a coffee enema and talking shit.
Yeah. Which is, it's crazy, dude. Like, look, real talk. I never thought I'd have to, like, feel sorry for the Liver King, but he's definitely, like, going through it. Like, that man needs to be removed from, like, all the people that are relying on him for a paycheck, and someone needs to help him out, dude. He's in crisis. He's going to be the next guy to go. Guaranteed if somebody doesn't step in and help him out, because he is on something, going through something. And when people rely on you for a paycheck, they're not going to fucking stop you. They're going to enable it. And that's what I feel bad about. Like, but even worse, Joe Rogan has filed for custody of the liver lads. It's bittersweet, but well, he'll be able to give the boys the life they deserve.
He does look like a mixed breed between a bloodhound and a pit bull now. So,
could you imagine?
Saggy face pit bull, a Shar-Pei. He looks like a Shar-Pei.
God, this is horrible. I'm going to hell for this one. Joe Rogan steps in. Don't worry, boys. I'll raise you. Liver lads are coming with me.
Come on,
your
liver
father
boys.
was my enemy, but now I shall be your benefactor.
Well, right, and his wife, he adopts her too. You can live on the compound, but do not raise your boys to kill my family and take my throne. Shit's just turning weird and old.
Just like old
I've heard
school,
this story.
like old school, like kingdom days. I shall raise your boys for you, though we were bitter enemies. Come with me, liver lads.
Don't raise his boys, father. They will certainly betray you in the end.
It's like Game of Thrones.
No, boys. They'll be living. Nay, they'll live in the basement of the mothership. Don't interfere. I have plans for them.
You don't understand. Within them lies greatness, a power.
They're just chained to a wheel, and there's like some big there's a big wheel in the basement of the mothership, and that's how they get their power. That's what the Liver
like the
King
intro
is
to
right
Conan.
now.
They're just gonna push that wheel till they get fucking swole, and he's gonna feed them a diet of nothing but nuts and liver.
The raw liver on the ground. That's literally where the Liver King is right now.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait for Conan, the Liver King Chronicles. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna overcome anything after this one though. He's looking. Well, dude, if you watch half his videos, it seems staged, right? Because when you're really fucked up, your pupils misdilate.
Yeah, man.
And his pupils
are fucked. The thing that really bothers me is he's got people all around him that at any moment can say, hey, you got to take a knee. Like, we got to circle the wagons. Like, look what he did to get fame, whatever. It's a weird world we live in. Everybody lives on these phones, social media, and you can get a lot of fame, notoriety from it. He did it. He made lots of money, sold shit. But he's still a human being. He still deserves some sort of dignity at the end of the day. And if you're in his camp and you're not helping him by saying, hey, get off the fucking phone, take a knee, get some help, like, walk away from this shit. Yeah.
Well, it kind of speaks to the character of the people that he's surrounding himself with, right? Yeah. Like his family, all of them. Like, I mean, dude, really, truly, like, he raised them this way. Like, to say, like, that he's coming out and just, like, denying any kind of surgical intervention and or, like, steroid use or anything like that. It's just, like, and he's talking about these core tenets that he just fucking made up.
Yeah. Or I love how Chat GPT create.
Yeah, he talks about them like they're like in the Bible and they're like really old, and he's just like, obviously the core tenets, fucking. It's just like, what do you mean? Obviously, you fucking kook. You fucking
look.
read.
We all read Ancient Necronomicon with the core tenets that were created for human race. We all do. Everybody wakes up, reads it. So let's recite core tenet one.
We all know We all know the core tenets of human survival: sun your balls, eat raw liver, fire is good, air, water, shelter,
and shove
feet.
coffee directly into your anus every morning.
Yeah, like where does HGH fall into the core tenets of natural living, like HGH injections?
Yeah, and human stem cells harvested from embryos. Just yeah, it's in
Jesus,
there.
yeah.
Everybody reads it. You read it. I read it. You gotta live by it.
The core tenets, etc., etc. It's like, no, dude. Nobody is tracking on that right now.
Nobody.
Also, who are in this dude's camp? Because I've also heard that there's like a contingent of his followers just wishing him well, and it's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who is following the Liver King and just like, oh yeah, this dude is fantastic.
Dude, 3 million fucking people do. But you're right. Who's the guy that wakes up every morning and is like, all right, I gotta take 4 ounces of deer cum mixed with 14 grams of testicle juice, semen for the uneducated, and a couple more ounces of, raw liver, blend that up. Here we go. Like an ancestor. Bottoms up. What?
Sounds gross. It's just bizarre that like people are not disillusioned. Like I understand he's still got followers from when it was fun to watch,
Yeah.
But like at what point in time the weird thing with all this shit, the weirdest thing was the social media shit is that like the degree at which consistency and irrational behavior will really escalate your career. And it's like, you can talk to the Churdleys guy. You know who that is?
No. Uh-oh.
So he goes on podcasts. They make like silly ass videos. You've probably seen him 1,000 times. If he starts getting in your algorithm, you'll keep seeing him, even if you don't watch the video. But they just make really, really stupid videos all the time. And I listened to him on a podcast recently, and he was just like, yeah, I'm just struggling monetizing this. And it's like, yeah, well, where is the money in being a fucking moron? Like, how is there?
I ask myself that every single day, Liam.
But it's just like you're bringing literally zero value to so many people. And especially if you're a guy like the Liver King, where you're like, you're pretending that you're bringing like a whole lifestyle, and then it's so easy. Well, you know what? Fuck it, dude. There are Mormons. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, man. Like, yes, money is going to elevate your entire persona because you're going to have just more access to cooler shit. It's going to look better. All your products are going to be great right away. But
yeah, he never had to struggle with it launching something. It was already like fucking well established, put out in the market, and it's like, yeah. But it's still like I can't look at it and not feel bad for the guy where he is at right now in current crisis, because it's like at any moment you could just stop to walk away.
Speaking of feeling bad for people, did you hear about the dude who got a Purple Heart who had to self-deport to South Korea from a Hawaiian guy? So this is where, like, I hate when the hard thing right now is communicating to anyone who's on the left, and a lot of my family is on the left. And so it's like really difficult to have like an educated conversation where you're just like, no, this happened and this is bad. And then you bring up stuff that they agree with, and you're like, this happened, this is also bad. And they're like, yeah. And then you're like, but this is also bad. And they're like, well, no. And you're like, well, no, it is bad. That is bad. Like wanting to kill cops is bad, and burning cars in the streets, and stopping ICE agents from doing their literal
fucking job
is bad. Yeah. And they're federal workers, and people are like coming after their families. That's all bad. And if you don't think it's bad, you're a retard. But like, this is also bad that we get to the point where we're deporting guys who served in the military to the point where they saw combat and were even shot twice in the back. So just running away, but gay, but he still took 2 for the boys.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Oh,
shit. Oh. It was weird. No, so when I read that article, his like the circumstance was odd, to say the least, when they were describing it, because he got shot in the spine, but it was from the back, and like they said that it was a ricochet off his dog tag. So this was like the local news report, like a bullet ricocheted off a dog tag and nearly missed his spine. So my assumption is they didn't go into his DD-214 and look at his medical record. And they just asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, bullet hit my dog tag, just barely missed my spine." But what actually happened is he was
Sergeant Tayback from Tropic Thunder,
a legend.
I don't know what the
I wrote the book.
I only know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
He's peeling an apple with his hook. But basically, this dude was a Purple Heart veteran. And listen, I don't care if he's got the Purple Heart or not. He was a veteran and he served. So, like, for any degree of service, it's weird that would be someone who gets deported. Because in my mind, if you came here on a green card, you chose to serve honorably, and you did serve honorably, and you got a discharge, you were like, omnis nominus, you are an American citizen. From here out, you're following American citizen protocols. There's no, like, difference between him or I. And I think that is the correct way to go about it. So if anyone thinks I'm wrong, it's a personal opinion. Because apparently it's not true. I thought that's how it worked. I think that's how it should work. But apparently, so he got a Dewey. Now, I could be corrected by someone in the comments on this, but he got a Dewey, and then they revoked his citizenship because of that. And now he has to self-deport after another incident. But basically, the guy was saying like he was struggling with alcohol and shit after his service, and then as fucking one could and one does.
Yeah, dude. And like we were saying earlier, man, like a DUI and everything has to be like, we have to look at every circumstance like as an individual case. The individual served in Korea, has a Purple Heart. Won't go into details on that. We'll let that slide. We can talk about that later, but
he hasn't go into the weeds too far.
He did serve. Let's just cover that piece.
Dog tags harder than anyone else's.
Titanium alloy.
Hardest dog tags ever.
But dude, this guy should not have to fucking self-deport. Like that's just ridiculous.
It's bizarre.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, if you go through the military and you serve with an honorable discharge, like I don't know, that's the fucking baseline for what you should earn as far as the benefit is concerned.
But you know, he's not the only veteran that's struggling with this. So we actually there's a long list of veterans that are now residing in Mexico because they didn't get their citizenship and they weren't afforded the opportunity. Yeah, a lot of people so during the surge, you could serve, earn your citizenship, and do your process while you were in Iraq, while you were in Afghanistan at the time. I know a lot of our 82nd guys that were non-citizens were able to get their citizenship on deployment. But for some reason or another, that for a lot of guys don't get that opportunity. Something falls apart. The paper doesn't get, shit doesn't get done right. And then they find themselves on the wrong side of the law because the ETS, they got out of the military and they don't have a citizenship. So that's something that needs to be corrected, man.
That's bizarre, dude. So I wasn't tracking on this issue at all. Maybe it's something I will in the future because that's fucked up. Like
we should do a part two. We should do a serious reporting on this. Vinny Vargas covered it on his podcast. So there's a couple of investigative journalists that have been working on this for a while. And a lot of these dudes, you would assume that there's like a lot of, maybe criminal records, a lot of issues. But by and large, a lot of individuals, they don't have that. They were serving the Marine Corps, serving in the Army. They got out, weren't able to get their citizenship in time, and now they're in Mexico trying to reapply. But they have a record of service in the military. That should be honored. That should bump you to the very top of the list. You should never have to leave. Yeah.
How? Yeah, right. How are you not at the very, very, very top of the stack? It's so
right.
That pisses me off quite a bit. I mean, like when you want to talk about doing something wrong, that's fucked up. That's not right. You're doing that wrong. You're doing that incredibly wrong.
Yeah, let's put a pin on that. Let's do a serious episode on one of these Fridays as a new segment that we're going to be doing. In other news, the U.S. Navy has now renamed the USNS Harvey Milk to the Oscar V. Peterson. So got that at the end of Pride Month. Get a name change. It's got to burn.
Yeah. So. I think when you look at all these renamings, you just got to understand that, like, where does it end?
Yeah.
Like, is someone going to come back in and name everything super fucking gay?
It's going to be a back and forth for eons, forever.
But here's the thing, dude, is I want everyone to remember that this is not a fucking Republican issue, right?
Yeah.
Trump is clapping back because that's what he fucking does. But if someone gets back in there now and now they do it, it's like, okay, so now all of our Navy bases, all of our Army bases, all of our fucking bases across the entire fucking country are just fodder for public opinion. And it's like,
you have to keep 2 signs on each base.
They will. It's
for every
fucking
administration.
Stupid. It's stupid at this point. Nobody gives a fuck. Really, truly. When you're showing up there every day, like, are you looking at the base's name and you're like, God damn. I did look at the Arleigh Burke every once in a while and go, that dude was tough. But, you know, like, fuck,
I think they should have kept it. I think they should have left the Harvey Milk alone. You know, I mean, it's a Navy anyway. I mean, come on. We all know Navy. We all know.
It's representative, yeah.
We all know.
It's solid.
It's
Me and
cool.
the boys. It's not
2025, dude. It's cool. Be who you want to be, Navy. Embrace
it's not gay when you're underway. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, dude, it's fine. I think they should have left it. It should have been fine. It's a refueling ship. It's not a cool destroyer or anything. Let them have their thing.
It's pumping other ships full of fuel.
Bro, that's what Harvey Milk would have wanted. That's what the Navy wanted.
Fucking spread his milk into other ships' hulls. He would want to dump his crude oil into other ships' vast, open, gaping hulls.
Yeah, but there is a retaliation. Because of the name change now, Fort Cavazos is now changing back, or Fort Cavazos, formerly Fort Hood, is now changing to Fort Buck Angel.
Ooh.
So
nice.
So
see, now that's where
now, if you don't know who Buck Angel is, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. You go look it up.
I want to ruin it. Fuck, dude. Actually, you know what? Screw
there
it.
You go.
Go check it out. Go see what Buck Angel is.
He's a tough dude.
Yeah. It's going to be really fucking hard to describe without wanting.
He's a real tough dude.
Desperately want to ruin that.
Check out Fort Buck Angel if you're in Texas anytime soon. Just
what would that base be like? Like if every base had to be like, you know, kind of like it had to be simpatico with its namesake. Like, what would Fort Buck Angel feel like on the inside? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, a disgusting leather-clad, musky dungeon.
Oh, the gym would be good, though.
Hey, yo, what are you doing in here, brother? Before you get in here and work out, you got to self-lubricate in the lubrication section.
In the Buck Angel, Buck Nasty lubrication section of the gym.
Get this man an oil bucket.
Ugh, God, dude. Buck Angel's fucking disgusting, dude. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I'm just glad I got to reference that. So, yeah, go look him up. Tough dude. It's a perfect mascot to represent Fort Hood. I mean, Fort Cavazos. All right. Oh, this one. This is a good one.
I'm trying to beat down I'm trying to back down this erection. Sorry, I can't concentrate on my notes.
That's so the slogan underneath. Welcome to Fort Buck Angel. Sorry, trying to back down this erection.
Sorry, I can't find my ID. My pants are too tight. I can't get my wallet out.
Don't worry, we got someone for that.
Yeah, all the gate guards have to look like Buck Angel too.
Just the tiny leather caps.
Welcome to Fort Buck Angel and Kinky Kelly.
Oh fuck!
And the sexy steed. They're like twins, dude. The sexy
That's your,
steed in Buck Angel.
Yeah, dude. That's your military these days. In other news, in Japan, the Twitter killer was finally executed. Known for his series of haunting and brutal murders. I think he was finally captured in like, what's the note say on the old lappy toppy? Finally captured in 2020, I believe. Yeah, but finally got executed, man.
He's been in a dungeon eating old raw fish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was arrested in 2017 for strangling and dismembering 9 people, including several young women and girls who were contemplating suicide, whom he lured to his apartment using social media. Truly, truly a despicable man. But Japan does have very strict rules in their society. Service members get a lot of trouble for all sorts of different things. But when it comes to murdering and horrible crimes, they will lash out with some serious punishments. So he got executed and got some footage of that swift justice they put out there. So we'll play that. I think we're the first ones to get this footage. That's
Sorry, couldn't hold that in. Just the second I saw Cartoon Godzilla.
It's very serious, Liam. I don't take it lightly getting these insider reports from Japan. Shout out to our Japanese correspondent Tamagotchi Noritu.
Did you say Tamagotchi?
Hell of a guy.
Did you say Tamagotchi Naruto?
He's a great dude.
Excuse me, Godzilla's coming through town. Now to our correspondent Tamagotchi Naruto. Oh. Desu ka?
Oh. Oh. A great dude. Part of the Associated Press. He works for us from time to time, but remarkable reporter. Was able to get on scene and capture that. If people don't know that, Japan executes its most violent offenders with Gojira.
Gojira.
He's been a loyal member of their parliament for the last 2 million years. So thank you, Godzilla.
Thank you, Godzilla, for being such an upstanding citizen and really showing up and doing whatever the fuck you want all the time.
Civic duty is no joke for Godzilla. He knows his responsibilities are great.
Thank you for going into that time vagina that was in the bottom of the ocean with Donkey Kong and punching Metal Donkey Kong. So Metal Donkey Kong didn't come and take over our world. Godzilla, from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you.
But not even only that. What you've done for Parliament has been truly astounding.
Oh.
Your hard stance on child sex labor laws. and let's be clear. Your hard stance for getting more children into sexual labor was astounding.
You're not always fair, but you're always there.
Fair.
And we can appreciate that.
Like that's like they're fucking inducting someone as like a new member of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you're not always fair, but God damn it, are you just? God damn it, are you fucking brutal?
Oh man, gosh. This episode is brought to you by Liam Cogan and 3 Bravo. And Liam, tell us about your amazing upcoming physical feat.
I would love to, Daddy. Coming to you from Reno. No, in all seriousness, we're running a well, it'll be serious, it'll be sad, it'll be aggressive, but this August 22nd, we're going to be running a 220-mile race with 22-pound rucks to raise awareness across the board for suicide in the veteran community. So if you weren't aware, we lose 22 veterans every single day to suicide, and a lot of people say that number's pretty low. What we're doing is we're raising awareness and we're raising funds to make a big difference. And if you want to figure out the difference that we're making, go check out our website at 3bravo.org. If you go to our events page, you can find the 220 race, you can donate, you can support as a sponsor, or you can even come to the fundraiser. We still have tickets to the fundraiser, but they are going pretty fast. So if you want to come out and support, please do. And honestly, the best support you can do is send this episode around, share the message.
Heck yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Denny Caballero, and this is our new segment, weekday wrap-up news hour report with Denny and Liam. We bring you the hardest hitting news of the week in an hour or so, maybe 40 minutes.
This is our new show that we just recorded and I've been thinking about all week. It is called Weekday Wrap-Up News About Military Veteran News Week.
2 guys reporting the news, brought to you by Denny and Liam. That's right. That's us. And that's the name of the show. Roll the credits.
We have suits.
Weekly News Roundup is brought to you by 3 Bravo Podcast and Security Halt Media, fine makers of podcasts. Are you struggling to get your voice out? Contact Security Halt Media. They'll do a podcast for you. Maybe.